this time of year makes me always nostalgic for a time, not necessarily things that I got, but just the time that I grew up in. You know, you get the Sears catalog in the mail, or the JCPenney catalog, or Montgomery Ward, or whatever it was that, you know, you got back then, and it was just always like the best day when that catalog came in the mail, which we had a Sears store across the mountain from our house. You know, it was about 10 minutes away, just inside of Virginia, and you could always pick one up there too early. But man, getting that catalog and opening up that, getting that fresh page smell, and getting your ink pen or whatever it was you had, and circling stuff and putting a star beside of it or whatever, and then later on deciding, no, I don't necessarily need that, I want this, because you found something else in there, and you cross it out. And by the time Christmas came, that thing, like, the cover was either ragged or it was non-existent. You know, there were pages missing. Yeah, so it was just awesome then. And, you know, I just remember seeing all the presents under the tree, and, you know, my mom would have to double and triple wrap them because of, you know, shenanigans that my brothers and I would get into. And kind of the one that always sticks out is I was babysitting my brothers. I was home from college, and I was babysitting my brothers, and Mom had I'd asked for the new Tecmo football game. It was Tecmo, Super Tecmo Bowl, I believe it was. And she had gotten us the last version the year before, which was Tecmo Super Bowl, I believe. And so Mom and Dad were going to go out on a date. And so, you know, of course I watched them, and the whole intent was we were going to play that game when they left. And of course, you know, Mom gave us marching orders not to get into the presents, not to, you know, she knew every corner, she knew where she taped it. You know, she would know if we got into it. And so as soon as the taillights were out of view, and this was a winter night, you know, we had gotten snow, and it's back when it snowed all the time, you know, in the 80s. And so, man, as soon as they left, I got that present, and I took a razor or something and kind of sliced that tape and unwrapped it, and it was the wrong game. She had gotten the game from the year before, and we were in a panic. We were like, oh no, how are we going to tell her? So I called Walmart in Whitesburg, which was about a 10-minute drive from Jenkins, and asked them if they had this video game, and they had one copy. So I said, could you hold it? I am going to be on my way to get it. And I just knew that Mom would kill me, but I put my brothers in the car, and we drove on icy roads, and drove straight over there. Fortunately, they took the exchange without a receipt, got the game, drove straight back, and took it to the game system, put it in, and we were in heaven. And we played that game until about 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I rewrapped it, you know, made it to where it looked like nothing had ever happened to it. And so we went to bed, you know, and it was just kind of you know, it was just such a good feeling knowing that we had gotten the right game, and Mom had, you know, bless her heart, had gotten the wrong one. And so the next morning, you know, I'm asleep on the top bunk in my oldest brother's room, Brandon, and I thought I heard my little brother Kylie stirring. Well, next thing I hear is my mom yelling, "Derek, Keith!" And my eyes flew open, and I was like, oh no, he snitched. And so she goes, "Get in here." So I come in there, and there sits my little brother Kylie with this little pitiful look on his face, like he'd been interrogated by the CIA or something. And Mom is like, I told you not to get in that package, not to unwrap it and all this. I told you specifically. And I was like, yeah, I know, Mom. She goes, why did you do that? I was like, Mom, you got the wrong game. She says, what? I said, you got the wrong game. You got last year's. She goes, well, how did you get the new one? I said, well, I took them over and we exchanged it. You what? Oh my God. So she lost her mind there for about 5 seconds. But then she kind of had to laugh because she'd gotten the wrong game. Of course, you know, knowing, if you know my mom, you know, she has a mental lapse every now and then, and, you know, she'll just laugh about it. But yeah. And so she goes, so you all played that game all night? I was like, yeah. And of course that got her even more mad. So, but anyway, that's a story that kind of lives in infamy. The night we opened it up, it was the wrong one. We took it back to Walmart, exchanged it, came back, played all night, created ourselves, and then tucked it nice and neatly under the tree again, hoping she wouldn't find out. And yeah, so, you know, those days just made those years so fun. And of course, probably not for Mom and Dad, but, you know, not in the mornings of getting up at 4 and 5 in the morning, coming down, unwrapping everything. Like the year I got the Star Wars stuff, had all the stickers on it, put together everything before they even got downstairs. So, man, those are just the best days. And I hope you all look back on those days and remember fond memories like that, and with your family, and always getting together with your loved ones, you know, especially when they're not here anymore. So I hope you guys have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas, and just wanted to share that with you.